Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Amelia, and I'm a plant mom. Today's video is going to be about my houseplants. I want to talk a little bit about how I got started, how big my collection is. Basically, I want to answer some of the questions that I've gotten over time about houseplants. Houseplants are a beautiful thing to have in your home. Not only are they beautiful, but they're very therapeutic and they clean the air in your home. They're just so precious. Just looking at them reduces anxiety, and I am not kidding. Like, some of these plants come with labels that they actually help reduce anxiety and just stress overall. So the reason I started getting into houseplants, it was really it was just really something I've been wanting to do for a long time, like ever since I used to live at home. My parents never really stopped me from owning plants, but I felt like it wasn't the right environment to own plants. And so I got started before I started living alone. I got my very first plant when I moved out, and that was in my last apartment. I started with this Pothos. Since she's right here, I might as well show you guys. When I started out with her, I kid you not, guys, she was like this big. She was super small and she didn't even trail yet. I have like 2 years with that Pothos, and as you can see, she makes me so happy. All my plants do, but there's a few that I've been through in this journey that I am even more appreciative of. I have this other one that is my most favorite one, which is my Monstera. She's a little slow right now, but she's letting out a new leaf. Gorgeous, gorgeous. She was also a baby that I started out when she was really young, way before her leaves fenestrated. So I've got to see that growth. And I think part of the reason why I like to get plants when they're really little is because I enjoy going through the growth process with them. I feel like I grow with them. We go through phases together and we make it out together. Right now I'm going through a phase with my Pothos where she's letting out leaves and she just doesn't seem as happy. So I hope that we can get back to a place where she's really happy again. Her new growth is just growing really tiny. This is her new growth compared to her older growth. So that's something I like to take note of when my plants are growing, if the leaves are growing bigger or smaller. So how many plants do I have? I cannot tell you how many plants I have. It really doesn't go over 50, I will say, because I've had a lot of plants that died ever since I moved to my new apartment. So I have a lot of new plants as well, and a lot of plants that recently died. One thing about plant people, the plant community, if you're not part of that community or know much about it, is that we can never have enough plants. We're always going to want a new plant. And it's because of the joy they bring into our lives. And it's really priceless. You know, bringing this new green little creature into your home, letting it light your home, bring fresh positivity into your home. And so, you know, it's really something that I enjoy personally as a plant mom, bringing a new one into my collection and just introducing her to the rest of the gang and hoping that they can acclimate the right way. So what else can I talk about my plants? They have given me new purpose. I feel like I'm home and I have something to take care of. I have something to look after. And in return, they help me look after myself. And I just, I feel like I wouldn't have made it through quarantine without them. And they give me so much to do. It's like a little project that you have at home. There's always things you could do for your plants, even if you don't get new plants. You can repot them, you can wipe their leaves, you can spray their leaves, you can give them humidity showers, you can change them to newer, bigger pots. So there's always something to do with plants, and I think that's really something that excites me about them, that it's an ever-going process of growing and just learning as we go. So now for the second part of the video, what I wanted to do is introduce you guys to some of my plants and just talk a little bit about them. And if you guys have any questions about plants and how to get started on your mini collection, comment down below or you can DM me. I love talking about plants. It's something that I could never get tired or bored of. So yeah, here we go. Okay, so this is where I have most of them right now. This is my oldest Pothos. Here she is. She is very long, and I hope to see her get longer than this. This is one of my Marantas. You see the new growth. So I keep the most here because my apartment doesn't really have sufficient lighting for my babes. This is my Cebu Blue. This is a rare find. She is part of the Pothos family, but her leaves are very different. They're more thin and on the narrow side. Ooh. I got this shelf from Amazon, whoever's interested and wants to know. I like to add my plants here, and it's not covered around, so it's easy for them to get light all around. This is my Sony. She is part of the Swiss cheese family, and what really makes her my most favorite is the shape of her leaves. Her leaves are filled with holes, and they're kind of wrinkly like, so they're the most imperfect, perfect leaves, if you ask me. So I really love her. I also have one of my other favorites here. This is my string of hearts, and she's getting new growth right here and right here. I have my Pothos and Joy. So this is a variegated Pothos, and this is her new leaf. And I have her right here. Then I have my fishbone plant. She's kind of cactus-like. And I love how strange she is, how the shape of her leaves are. She does what she wants, and I just go with it. So then in this corner, we have a peperomia, but this one is the mini one, the one that grows in vines. Look how gorgeous. Then here we have my philodendron. This is her latest baby. Another Pothos and Joy. You'll get to see what kind of plant I really love by how much you see it here. I think this is part of the spider plant collection. I'm not too sure. This is my arrowhead plant, but this is the neon one. So they have different variegations, and this is like the more yellow greenish one. This is my regular peperomia. So this is the same as this one, except that the leaves are tinier. I mean bigger. So here's my neon pothos. She just stands out from wherever because of how bright she is. So this is my other Monstera. I freaking love Monsteras, you guys. Right here's my Hoya. When I got her, she was really tiny and she didn't have any vines. So I love to see it. I love to see the progress. This is one of my other babes. She's actually doing well. She's flourishing anywhere you put her, and I'm just so proud of her. She's getting a new growth. And this is my marble queen. She has a few burn stains from me keeping her in the sun for too long. These plants do not need direct light. Actually, none of them do, but they thrive off bright and direct. And I had to move her, but now she's doing so much better. This is her new growth. Look at that. Wow, you grow, girl. My big old baby. My big old Monstera. We're waiting for this new friend to come out. Here we have another arrowhead plant. This one is different from the other. It's not neon green, it's just regular. This is a propagation. I'm gonna have to repot this baby soon and pull the yellow leaves. Down here, we got a new Adansoni. I bought her for $3 at Whole Foods. Please don't sleep on your local markets, you never know. I have another. Ooh, this one is a propagation. So a propagation is when you cut a piece of a plant to create another. As you can see, she's finally getting roots. Look at this one right here. When she gets a few more, I can repot her in soil, and voila, we have a new plant. I don't really have much big plants, but this is one of my first that I got here. This is my Sansevieria, and this is a snake plant. And honestly, this is the true queen of the house. She is doing marvelous. New growth, and there's some peaking growth coming out of like the new leaves. Oh my gosh, she is doing amazing. Also, my baby cactus, I have it right here in the bathroom. I also have my, ooh, she needs a water change. These are my marimo balls. These are my only aquatic plants. I have my other pothos here. This is my silver pothos. So basically her leaves become, well, look silver in the light. And this is how long she's gotten on me. Wow. This is my rattlesnake. She's also giving me new growth. Okay, right here too. This one too, you can see her right there. I love this baby, so cute and tiny. This one, she is out of control. I might have to repot her soon. Look at all these tiny little growths. Wow. This is my ficus. She's actually been suffering quite a bit. A lot of her leaves have fell, but I got faith in her. This is one of my other tiny succulents. I forgot what this is called. I think they're called like bear paws or something like that. And then this is another snake plant, which I am going to repot. Oh, look at the babies. Which I'm going to repot and add her to the big one. I got my philodendron in here. This is my velvet one. This one's different from the other one because the texture and the color is super different. She's actually rare, and wherever you find her, she might be expensive. And then finally here, I have my other Pothos. I might need to get her out of here for a little bit, just so she can recover under brighter light. But this is my other Pothos, and I got her a little bit after my first one. And I think Pothos are so easy and they're so fun and loving to have in your home. This is the #1 recommendation I give to new plant parents. So guys, I actually thought that I had way more plants than that when I said I was going to give you guys a tour. And it made me sad because I want more plants. I deserve to have more plants. They just bring so much joy and just, yeah. I am planning on getting a few more, but I'm thinking about getting actual big plants. Maybe like up to my waist or something. I want a really big plant that's gonna stand out in my living room and maybe in my room too. I'm just struggling with the fact that when I got this apartment, I did not get to see it. And most of the windows face inside of the apartment, as you can see. And the amount of light that I actually get in here is very little. So I'm disappointed in that a little bit. I'm also thinking about winter and the fact that soon there's going to be daylight savings and my plants are probably going to suffer more. For anyone that's in the same situation as me, I would recommend for you to start figuring out a way how to build a greenhouse. A greenhouse that's going to give your girls more light and more humidity throughout the day. Winter reduces the amount of light we get in the daytime. The air is drier. And so it's harder for us to keep our plants alive. Also, we have to understand that although they're house plants, they're still going to go through the seasons as they are. And being that now is fall, you may notice that a lot of your leaves may start to get yellow in the home and there's nothing you can do about it. And this is also the part that makes me adore plants the way I do, because every time I hit this time of the year and I'm stressing about my leaves are falling, oh my God, my plant is gonna die, I have to also think about the stages of life that it goes through, and that some stages are gonna be tough, and fall is a very tough season for them, fall and winter. They tend to hibernate. They don't want nothing to do with the winter. They rather wait for the next season and save all their energy, which is what most of the plants do during this season. And that is why it's recommended for you not to fertilize them as often or water them as often, because their soil will be dry for longer and they're in hibernation mode. So they're not really gonna do anything with the fertilizer. So it's best to just let them be, and just how we have to let go of things sometimes in our lives. We have to understand that plants too will have to let go of some of their leaves, of some parts that are no longer working for them anymore. And it teaches me a valuable lesson about life every time, which is not to stress about the things that you will inevitably have to let go of. I didn't mean to turn this into a lesson about life, but this is the part that really makes me cherish plants even more. And that is the fact that we can also relate to them on a human level and what we go through as people. So yeah, this is my short segment on plants. I just wanted to introduce you to my collection, to this idea of you possibly owning plants in your home and maybe starting your own jungle. And if that's something that you are interested in, I am more than happy to get you started on that journey. So slide in my DMs or comment below, and I cannot wait to get your questions. Thank you guys. Goodbye.